Hi everyone, it's Tammy from Frou-frou Studio and welcome back to my channel. And if you're here for the first time, welcome. I'm glad that you are here. Today we're going to do the next episode in our I Saw It on Pinterest series, and I believe we are on episode 37, if I'm not mistaken. Today I have picked a pin that it was uploaded by Penny Reed, and it has these really cool tags that she has done with a window envelope. And so we're going to make one of these today, and of course I'm going to put my spin on it. And I am making this for a spread that I am doing in my journal. If you recall, I have this wonderful ledger journal that I got from Tailor Made Journals, and I absolutely love it. And I have been working in it a little bit, and as you can see, it already has kind of a gator mouth, but it still has all the little extras that Lorna stuck in for me. So by the time that I repurpose those and use them in other places in the journal, I think it'll flatten out some, but I can guarantee you that it probably will still have somewhat of a gator mouth. So, I've picked out a page that I'm going to do the layout on. We're going to do it on this one right here, but we're going to make the actual tag and everything first. So I will move that out of the way, and in the meantime, I have cleared my screen. Okay, so this is what I have already done in prep, just so that video would not be forever long. I took a piece of Tim Holtz backdrop paper and I made a large tag. This one is quite large. I based it on the size of the window envelope that I was using. So this card measures almost 4 inches by about 7.5 inches, and then I just, cut the edges off. And the pin actually has real stitching around it, and I didn't feel like dragging out my sewing machine. I'm not a big sewing fan. If you've been following me for a while, you know that. So I use just washi tape that has stitching on it, and I put that around the edges of both this and the window envelope. And you can see that this is just the front part of the window envelope, and it is cut in a tag shape. And I used one that did not have any print or anything on it. And so that is going to go right here. Now, she made hers, or whoever made this, made hers so that there was a tuck here, and this piece that has the picture on it was actually a card that slid in and out. And I chose not to do that because I wanted this to be my journal card, and because it's bigger, I'm going to make it so that it slides behind this second part instead of the top part. So that's where we are so far. And again, I use the washi around the edges, and this has been tea dyed. I prefer the tea to the coffee because I don't drink coffee and I don't particularly like the smell of coffee. So I used the tea instead. The only other thing that I did is I added a few stamps along the edge, just to kind of camouflage the washi a little bit. And I think it's going to look fine once everything gets put together. And I forgot to grab my stamps. I'm going to walk across the room for just a second. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I had them sitting over there and I just forgot to grab them before I came back over here. Okay. So, the first thing we're going to do is glue down our envelope to the back piece. I'm going to use our glitter glue. You can use, this is just paper, so any kind of glue would work, you know, if you wanted to use a glue stick or however. And again, if you want your pocket in the top part, then obviously you would leave one side open so that you could slide your other tag or journal card or whatever into. Okay. Get that as even as I can here. I'm lifting it up a little bit so that I can see. And let's use the little scraper here and make sure we're all nice and flat. Okay. Now we want to decorate this part. And I think I'm going to do some light stamping, but I'm going to do it in hickory smoke because I don't want it to be overwhelming. I just want it to be kind of light and like that, so that it's not so prevalent. And I just grabbed, you know, several just random stamps to do this. Probably should put it on the acrylic block here. Hope everybody is having a good day and is having a good week. We are having excellent weather right now. It's not too hot. I think we're supposed to get some more heat. Toward the end of the week, so our summer is definitely not over for sure. Okay, let me do one more of these circles. I'm not really going for perfect or anything like that, just kind of putting a little bit of something on there. Okay, now I've got a tag for my journaling card. Or a tab, I should say, not a tag. And this is Métis paper. Backgrounds is the name of it. Ink that up a little bit. So this, when we get it all mounted, will slide in here like this. And then I'm going to use, they have a, she has another tab up here, but I'm going to use this. I'm changing mine. Hers, she has kind of a, botanical theme with hers. You know, she's got specimen tags and stuff like that. I'm doing mine more with a postal theme. And so I'm going to put this on here. I think I'm going to put it about right there. The good thing about looking at things on Pinterest is you can see things that you really like and see things that you can adapt for your use just by the, you know, kind of cool layouts that people come up with. But it's really easy to make them something that you like better, that will fit your needs better, depending on, you know, what kind of journal you're working on or whatever. So that's what I like about it. Now, she does have a number down in the corner of hers, and it may even be a 5. It is a 5. It looks like hers is stamped, though, because I can see the stitching through it. So I may also use that, and then I thought it would be appropriate to use a couple of pictures of their stamps that have the queen on them. And that's just, you know, because it's going in mine, it's a good reminder for me of kind of where we were at this point, you know, in time. Okay, and then I have I don't know if I like this or the telephone number. This digital is from myporchprints, and it is it's actually like a guest check. And I just cut it. But the printable that I got has several other pieces with it. And that's what these pieces are here that I'm working with. It's a really cute digital. We're going to actually use the guest check on the other side of our layout. But it doesn't have anything to do with the Pinterest prompt. Or, you know, I didn't see it on Pinterest, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I just love thistles. That's one reason that I'm doing this for my personal journal, is it's really, I guess, a weed more than anything, but I think they're pretty. And I do have some that grow in the field behind my house. And I just love the way the birds will go and sit on top of them. when they're bloomed out. I feel like this stamp is really bright. Just don't know if I'm liking those flowers. We may not use that. Okay, so let's put this piece down. And I know I'm covering up some of the stamping that I did, but that's what we do as journalers. Put something down and then we cover it up. These numbers are from Amy at Crafty Cat. She sells them in her shop on Etsy. And I know if she does not have any in stock, you can send her a message and she will cut you a set. You get a ton of them in a set. All different fonts and sizes. Okay, and then I think I'm going to put this over on the side. Okay. Now, I think that's got it. That was a pretty easy one. Now, they did do butterfly. I wouldn't mind doing a butterfly right there, but I don't know if I have one that small. I need to cut some butterflies. That may be what I do when I watch football later, is cut butterflies. I like that too. We may can use that on the other side, the other page. Nope, I don't see one in here. I may reserve that for, I could put a bird, not that big, but a smaller bird. I might look at my birds, since I like the birds sitting on them. That might be better than a butterfly. Let me grab my birds here and see what we can find. I think I have some smaller ones. But we shall see what we can find. I can find my bird box. Where are you, birdies? All my boxes are sitting right here. You would think that this would not be so difficult. Well, guys, I have lost my birds. Okay, we'll move along. I'm sure my eyes will run across them in a minute. Maybe. Okay, so let me get these stamps out of the way. And let's bring our book down. We don't need the iPad anymore. And I have my page marked. Okay. I want to mount this one here like this. And like I said, 3 sides so that I'm leaving the pocket to the outside for the journal card. Hold that just a second. Okay, and then we're going to slide our card in there, like so. So there's that side. I think that's really cute. And, you know, you can take this general idea and, you know, do whatever with it. I did, when I tea-dyed my envelope, I did several. You see, some of them have like a really skinny pocket, and some of them have like not pocket, but window. And then some of them have a really big window. And so I'll be able to make some more of these for different journals, you know, using different kinds of envelopes. Sorry, I'm sure that blinded you because I put my arm right in the camera. Now that we have that done, let's work on this side. And I will show you, this is the guest check from myporchprints. This is what it looks like. You get 2 pieces. You get this piece, and then you get this bottom piece that has fold lines on it so that you can make yourself a pocket down at the bottom with a little bit of a gusset. And so I am going to I'm just going to mount this back piece straight onto my page. And then I'm going to mount this pocket just on those little fold lines to, you know, make my pocket area for putting stuff in. So, and I am going to use glue stick for this because I don't want the art glitter glue to seep through the paper, the ledger paper, because it is quite old ledger paper. I don't want it to look yucky on the back. The hardest thing about working in this journal is all the papers that are in here are so yummy, and you don't really want to do anything to them. You want to just leave them and look at them. And so most of the time when I'm working, I'm doing something that is, you know, either two-sided so that I still have one side available, or that's blank, like this. You know, the page we just did was just a blank ledger page. All right, so there is that piece, and I'm not sure that I got that totally straight. I didn't. Let me see if I can pull it up. Because if I don't, it's going to drive me nuts. Okay, let's try that again. That's better. I'm just going to go back and get the edges now, because where I pulled it up, of course, it's now not sticky on the edges. All right, now we're going to put in our little pocket. And I am going to use glitter glue for that. And I'm going to move this just as far down as I can. Without the, you know, the bottom of that showing. I'm going to overlap it just a tad. Like that. Okay, so now we have our little gusseted pocket right there. Okay, now I want to put this here, which is also in the same download. That's going to kind of bring the purpley color down to the bottom. And then I'm going to put my favorite little guy sitting right here. I just love this little guy. And he is a digital that I got. And I cannot, for the life of me, remember right now who I got it from. But I will look it up and put it in the description box if I can find it. I'm trying to decide if I want him sitting on the pocket or sitting on this. I think I want him sitting there. So I'm going to glue about from his hands down and leave the top open so that I can still slide stuff behind his head. Now he is on cardstock, and so he is a little bit thicker, and so I don't have an issue with it being, you know, not glued up here, because I think it's going to be fine. Okay, and then I've got just several little things to go through to stick in the pocket if I want to, or to clip, or to whatever. This was in the kit as well, so this was in the kit. And then I've got some other little things. This, and this, and this. I'm going to do this because this is an original. In this journal, I am keeping a lot of my original things so that I don't, this is an original, so that I don't accidentally use an original and I can pull them out and make copies. Like, for example, this is a driver's license from 1940, which I think is pretty cool, and I don't want to use the original. This is a railway ticket from 1945, and this is a vehicle receipt with a declared value of $17.10. Oh, it's a railway. I guess it's a parking thing for a railway parking lot. Oh, it's a transport for a car. So it must be like a ferry pass, even though it says, oh no, it does. Yeah, it says Canadian Pacific Railway, but then it says steamship. So it must be like a ferry. And this is a chair car seat for Southern Pacific. And it's 1945. And then this is just the bottom of some kind of alteration ticket. So, and then here's another parking thing and another railway system. So those are just things that I want to be sure that I'm not using, you know, the originals of. Put my pen in. Sorry, I don't want my glue to get all goopy while we're doing this. So let's figure out what we want to stick in here. Let's kind of give these, did I glue that together? Please tell me I didn't. Nope, we're good. Okay, good. thought we could make these maybe look like tickets. This is like a little postcard, and we'll just leave it like it is. Like a little journaling card kind of deal. I think we'll square the corners off these and make these little tags. As I make things fly all over the table here. I'm gonna definitely stick this little parking thing in here. And this one, we'll pink it up a little bit. This is a Universal City Tours. It doesn't have a year on it, but the Universal Tour was 35 cents. So I'm taking it. It was fairly old. But it's got a nice purpley color that we can stick down in there. And then I'm going to use my slot punch. And then ink these. And I might put this one over here. As a matter of fact, I probably could put it on this card. I think I'll do that because I don't want to cover up this. And that glue stick is not sticking to that at all. It's okay. Art glitter glue to the rescue. And I think I want to put a number right there. Let's do this big long one. Yep, I think that'll work. Oops, I'm throwing things. Now, let's see how that looks. Yep. Like it. Okay. Do we want to put this Nottingham South up here? Got something not sticking. What is it with the not sticking today? Okay. I've got this little ticket. It says the same as that, but it's in a different color. So I don't think it came from the same place. I'm just putting a little, I just stamped a little number on it. I'm going to stick that in there. Okay, so we got our pocket pretty full. And we got this down, which was our Pinterest inspiration for today. Oops. And like I said, the only other thing that I think that I might want to do is have a bird on there. And I have this little ticket, but I don't really like that it has that gold on there. I think that's too shiny. And this is out of the kit as well, the printable. So what else do we need? Do we need something up here? Or are we happy with that? I would kind of like to do, you see how this has these blotches right here? I would kind of like to do that up there. If I could, I do have a stamp that will do something like that. I'm going to put you on pause just a minute, and maybe I can find my birds and get my stamp, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I have found the missing birds. They were right in front of me, of course. So I'm going to see if I can find one. I'd kind of like him, poor bird, to sit like this. But not overtake the whole thing. And I don't know that one with yellow was going to be the best choice. That's a good size. That is the size I'm looking for. Now, can I find it in a good color? This one goes the other way. That's not too bad. I don't know that if I have one of those little wrens that likes to sit on top of the thistles. I like that one. Yes? Do you approve? Okay, I think that's what we're going with. So let's put a little bit of ink on him and get him on there, and that'll make our little Pinterest page complete. I'm going to use our glitter glue since he's going to partially be setting on the window, just to make sure that it's going to stay down. Okay. And I might take just a little bit, of course, of my Spill It All. Give him just a little tad of a shadow. Okay, so there's that. And then over on this side, let's put some of our little, let's use this stamp and put some color up here that looks kind of like a paint splash. Okay, I'm going to use, I kind of did some color matching when I had the thing stopped and was trying to find something that I thought would go. And actually, Victorian Velvet, I felt went the best with the spread. And so that's what I'm going to use. And this is a Tim Holtz stamp, and it just basically looks like somebody took a paintbrush and made a big swipe with it. And so I'm going to hope yeah, I'm liking that. Let's do one more. I just want to get something kind of up there. I'm not really looking for anything in particular other than getting some color on the page. Yep. I think that works for me. we might do a number up there, but I need something bigger than what I have, so I may add that when I come across it at some point. So there we go. There is our entire spread with the Pinterest inspired here, and then the Porch Prints guest check pocket there. And I think that makes a real cute little spread. So hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you on Saturday, where we are going to, I think, finish up the waterfall journal before we start our next project. So until then, everybody continue to have a great week, and I'll see you then. Bye.